One of the fundamental things at the college in the design department is the relationship with industry. So we continually listen to what industry is expecting us to provide our students. We have a fantastic relationship with them. So they come into us to work with us, and then they offer placement opportunities. So we'll do individual workplaces with leading designers. We do work placements with places like the Royal Opera House, the National Theatre in London, with leading Welsh companies, the Sherman, Theatr Genedlaethol, Theatr Clwyd, our scenic construction companies in Cardiff, Bay Productions, Cardiff Theatrical Services. Our students will take placements with them. In all of these instances, they begin to establish what will be future employment. We are unique in the sense, undergraduate, we don't ask students to specialise on entry. Very, very small numbers of students, very strong ratio of staff to students, and a huge amount of productions that we produce at the college. In the core of everything we do is built around this production, the Richard Burton Theatre Company, and what we produce in that. And everything is designed by students. The students are introduced from day one on a series of kind of rolling projects. So they're like 2-week, 3-week projects going throughout the first term. Everybody will do drawing, everybody will do model making, everybody will do props construction, everybody will make some element of costume. They'll do puppetry together. They'll do a number of design projects. So they'll do conceptual projects based on classic, modern studio projects, Shakespeare's. They'll do a wearable art project, which they have to actually make and perform in a costume. And they move to this large-scale end-of-year project, which is this site-specific puppetry project, which sort of combines all the skills that they've had taught to them in the first year, and they apply it into what's probably their first major realised production. So that's kind of encompasses everything that the first year skill set is about. So in the second year, you work as an assistant designer on one of our 23 to 24 productions that we do a year. You'll work on 4, maybe 5 of those. And during that time, you learn what it is to work in industry. So it's a really hard working environment. Long, long hours. We'll start very early in the morning and finish very late at night on specific projects. But we augment all of that experience in production with some moments of getting away from that and having just saturated design time or skills. And in the third year, you then apply all of that into choosing what is your area of specialism. If you're going to be a designer, you'll design one major production and then you'll do 2 or 3 specialist studies in that area and a dissertation. And if you're going to be a maker, you'll do a similar thing. You'll work in your particular field, driving everything towards your final exhibition and your sort of industry statement. This is who I am. In 2020, we developed an online masterclass series that suddenly opened the door to huge possibilities for the future. So we were able to bring 20 to 30 leading international practitioners to the students at the end of the design course. We celebrate our work and share it with industry. In Cardiff, we start with our design exhibition, Balance, and that's a sort of process where we build the students' final display of their work and share it with industry in Cardiff. Then we take that to London, and that's kind of a unique one. We ship it to London in a 40-foot Arctic, and we roll up on the South Bank in between the National Theatre and the Globe. There's a place called the Barge House, and we decant and build the exhibition in there. And there you have people coming from Shepperton, Pinewood, the National Theatre, the Royal Opera House, all the major theatres and studios come to our students' exhibition. And we last year we had people who just finished filming James Bond come to look at some of the work that the students were doing, and some of our students got placements within there. Cardiff, which is obviously the capital city of Wales, and as a capital city it has the advantage of every capital city, so national theatre companies, national dance companies and opera companies. So the opportunities for students now to both have an experience working within theatre but also in film and television as a part of their course. And that started with Doctor Who coming to Cardiff, and then you had Torchwood and Sherlock, and all of this was sort of under the guise of this company Bad Wolf, who were sort of the founders of then the major studios that now are sort of at the heart of Cardiff, that are creating things like Discovery of Witches, His Dark Materials. We had over 30 graduate students working across the art departments on those productions. And it's not just film and television. They also work in events. A lot of them go into festivals. We've got a big niche in specialist puppetry. So our students are really keen and interested in specialist puppetry. One of our graduates was the puppet designer and maker for Cirque du Soleil. Our students define their own pathways, essentially. They choose what they want to be, and we help them find that journey in their life. We've got a fantastic reputation within the theatre industry for producing some of the best theatre design assistants and then designers. We've had alumni who've been Golden Globe winners, they've won BAFTAs, they've worked on MTV Awards as designers, they've transferred productions from the West End to Broadway. Some of our design students are the leading designers in this country and internationally. The Limbury Prize for Stage Design is a prize which is of all UK Design for Performance courses can apply to, and it's for graduating students. And it's working with professional theatre companies. It's co-run by the National Theatre, and 4 professional theatre companies apply to be a part of that, and 3 students are selected to work with each of those companies. And last year, of the 12 finalists, we had 6 from the Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama, and in the previous iteration, we had 5 from the 12. And out of the overall winners, in the last 2 competitions, we've had 3 of the overall winners. As somebody who's worked here for 20 years, it genuinely is, on a daily basis, a pleasure to come into this building. When it's firing on full cylinder, and the atmosphere in here, the creativity, the mixture of drama students, music students, in this environment is just one of the most brilliant places to come to. People usually want to study design for performance because 2 things probably. The first is that they've been involved at some point in a way in making performance happen, whether that's in secondary school or in youth theatres. They've been an actor or somebody backstage in that environment, and then they've identified this is something I'm really, really passionate for. And they want to progress that way. The other part of it is that they've got an immense love of art and design, and they've just somebody who, when they go to see a piece of theatre or a piece of film, are just completely enamoured by what they're looking at and want to know more about that and want to be able to develop that and are inspired by that, and they want to be a part of that. Application is through the UCAS system. We look for a portfolio of artwork, and that can be from high school or secondary school, or if you've done an advanced course in a foundation course or a BTEC, and you need to be able to say, this isn't as good as that, but look at the way it's progressed. We really like people who can engage and talk about their work with that kind of critical reflection. We do look for excellence. We're obviously a conservatoire-based design school, and we look for a small number of excellent students to work with our staff, so we have the right ratio of staff to students to make you have absolutely the best possible training we can give you.